Welcome, everyone, to Lifelong Experience, where I will be talking about my life experiences and my books. I'm going all the way back to my first book in this video. It's called Practical Awareness and Self Defense for Safety at Home, in School, and on the Streets. And its subtitle is Operation Enlighten, and I call all my books by an enlightened name. This one is enlightening you to the dangers around you. So, figured I'd start off tonight with something that is permanent to all of my books. I think all seven of them, and this will be found on page 11 of my book. It's called "You Are Worth Protecting," and I have a little child's hand in an adult's hand, and I think that speaks volumes to that part because you are worth protecting in order to protect your family, your children, your wife, your significant other, what have you. So I'm going to read this section and then I'm going to go further into it. You are worth protecting, and so you don't bury your head in the sand and say, "This could never happen to me," like a lot of people do. You must actively work to stay healthy, happy, and safe by considering how you can increase your protection and awareness skills on details in your home, office, and across all activities and environments of your daily life. Now, that speaks to self defense, that speaks to my book on PTSD. You need to develop trigger coping skills to cope with your triggers. Like a lot of us in the military, ex-military, have loud bangs as a trigger, or we have crowds. I know every time I go into a crowd, especially in a shopping mall or supermarket, then I get very tense, very anxious, and I just want to get my stuff and get out of there because I've been in some really dangerous environments that have were crowded. So it's a form of claustrophobic, I guess. And loud bangs. I was in a tank explosion in the military. The top of my turret blew up, and it was because my there was a round stuck in the gun and we didn't know about it. And then when my gunner went to shoot down range, he shot and the round hit the other round and then and he was blinded for 6 months. My BC was blinded for 6 months, and I came out of it intact physically, but mentally I'm getting choked up just talking about it because it was a very traumatic experience. But loud bangs, flashes, that sort of thing really, I jump back because of them. But you are worth protecting. Let's go back into that. So you are worth protecting means that it could mean addiction recovery. Let's talk about addiction recovery, my book number 4. Like I always tell people, I don't go into anywhere that I suspect may be drug related. If someone's using drugs somewhere, I actively stay away because I've been in addiction recovery since 1993, and I honestly don't know what I would do if I put myself in a situation with crack cocaine or with crack cocaine was my addiction, my drug of choice. But with you or anyone, it might be something else. It might be alcohol. It might be you don't walk into a bar if you're an alcoholic in recovery. You don't walk into a heroin den if you're a heroin addict in recovery. You just actively work on your recovery, and that is your coping skill to keep yourself protected. And going back to self defense, a lot of people say, "Oh, I don't want to hurt anybody." I always tell them, if I'm coming at you and I want your wallet or I want your purse or whatever, I'm going to do whatever it takes to get it from you. So you should do whatever it takes to to keep it, because even though that's a object that can be replaced, you know, they might try to take your life with the wallet or with the pocketbook. And I'll mention the best way to disarm a gunman is to give them your wallet and try to personalize yourself. Tell them that, hey, I have a son that's, only 9 years old. I tell them as much as you can about yourself. Humanize yourself, because if people that wish you harm think you're more human than just an object that they're getting something from, then they're less likely to hurt you. It might sound cliche-ish, but it's true. So, what else should I talk about when you are worth protecting? Just know in your heart that you are worth it. You are worth the best in life. You are worth keeping yourself safe. And I'm not going to go into COVID or anything like that, or like wear a mask or anything like that, but you need to keep yourself safe in every environment that you walk into. Like I have on my book, self-defense for safety at home and on the streets. That means safety in school, at home, and on the streets. Everywhere, wherever you go. If you go into a mall, if you go into a movie theater, look at what exits are around you. And if you're I talk about active shooter events in my book, so I'm going to go into that a little bit too. If you are in a active shooting environment, and where do you go? I always tell people, you don't go towards the front door, because that is called the funnel of death. You don't ever walk into the front door, walk out the front door, try to get out that way. There's a lot of different exits around different places. Like, think of it, any place, if you're in a supermarket, any place like a meat department, a produce department, this department, that department, they all lead into the warehouse, and the warehouse has exits, and there's always exits. Just take a walk around your supermarket next time and look at how many exit signs there are. Count them. I want to know. Tell me how many exit signs are in your supermarket next time you go. But put it in the comments. So this is all I'm going to talk about. But I hope you liked the first video. And any comments, questions, anything, let me know. You can find my books on lifelongexperience.net. And stay safe, everyone. Please like, share, and tell everyone about my books, because they are all based on real life experience. I have been through a lot, and I share a lot about it. It's all an open book. Right? So have a great night. Thank you.